Welcome back. We're here at Go Lightly Boutique, and joining me now is their manager of the women's store, Holly Salera. Nice to see you.
Hi.
Gorgeous, gorgeous. But you've got almost the whole aisle now. You've got one end of the hall and two sides of this hall. We're going to talk a little bit about the women's store today, having talked with Allison last week about the home store. How long has the women's store been open?
We are going into our 7th year of business this year. We started in a smaller space that was about 700 square feet, and now we are almost 1,500.
Wow, and you've just had a renovation.
We've just had a renovation. This whole store's been painted. We feel like it's been quite a facelift and added some new little sections and made things a lot more shoppable for our customers.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. I did take a peek in it. All the pale colors are really beautiful. It really lightens up the store quite a bit. Yeah.
It does, yes.
That's
it's been
great.
a good reception.
Absolutely. Well, that's super. Your tagline is just great. Look like $1 million for a few dollars.
Right.
Yeah,
it's very important.
It is. Well, that's part of the mission is, we were talking a little bit off camera, you want everybody, no matter what size or shape or income level, to look like $1 million.
Right, absolutely. So one of the things that we work very hard to create at Go Lightly is a place for all women, shapes, sizes, budget, income, so on. And we hope that all women will be able to find something suitable, something that fits what they're looking for at the time in the women's store. And part of us expanding into such a large space some years ago has allowed us to create that.
Absolutely. You've got a nice specialty in some vintage items
we
too.
Do, yes.
Talk
vintage
about
is
those.
Very exciting. We see mainly vintage from the 60s, although we welcome from the 70s and prior. We have quite a following for shoppers that know we have vintage and come to find it. And those shoppers are usually looking for the vintage for a certain event, but sometimes just an everyday, just an everyday style.
Fun. Well, yes, because everything that's old is new again. It always does come back.
Yeah, absolutely, and they don't make garments like they used to, that's for sure.
Exactly. Yeah, they're so well made. Let's talk about the whole recycling part of a consignment women's boutique, clothing boutique. There's a lot of time, energy, dyes, cheap labor that goes into the manufacture of new clothing. Why not recycle?
Why not recycle? We feel in general that recycling is so important in your everyday life, and it goes right down to your wardrobe for sure. There is a social responsibility to recycle, and clothing falls into that as well.
Absolutely, yes. When you hear about just the pollution and what it's taking up in the landfills.
Absolutely. The dyes used to create those beautiful colors on your garments are a huge pollutant to the environment, huge. So by being able to lessen that by repurposing your clothing, reselling, recycling, makes a big impact.
Yeah, and we don't see that here because a lot of it's happening in the poor countries.
Much of our clothing is imported from other countries.
Exactly. Let's talk a little bit about when an item doesn't sell. Let's say I bring in a shirt and nobody liked it. That's kind of has a nice happy ending too, doesn't it?
It certainly does. We do our best to sell your items when they come in. It's our prerogative for sure. When an item does not sell and the owner does not care for it back, it becomes part of our donation system, and those donations are shipped to Sierra Leone, and they are shipped by a local gentleman who is very on top of it, and he sends things over 2 to 3 times a year, large crates of clothing that he collects from a lot of area consignment stores and donations.
Yep. So that's having a nice happy ending for that shirt that I didn't want anymore. It's helping clothe somebody in a country that can't afford it.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's terrific. Well, great. What are the hours of the store?
We are open 7 days a week. We are 10:30 to 5:30 Monday through Friday, and 10 to 4 on Saturdays and Sundays.
Well, the shopping season is almost upon us, so it's time to start picking things up. We might add that everything you're wearing is from Go Lightly.
It is. I can't remember the last time that I purchased an article of clothing retail. There's just not a need for it.
Yeah, so as we can see, it's everything from jewelry to accessories to clothing items.
Clothing, shoes, outerwear, activewear is very popular for us now, and we're going into the season of winter wear.
Right, get those coats while you
Right,
can.
we're going to
right.
need them.
Well, thanks, Holly. So nice to talk to you. We've got the information up on the screen, but really, to see it is to believe it. So if you
Absolutely.
haven't been in, you got to stop by.
Yes.
So great. Continued success.
Thank you. Thank you.